morning, students. Welcome to 11th Standard Chemistry video class. We are discussing Lesson 6 Gaseous State. Last video, we completed the topic Charles' Law. In this video, we will start with the next topic Gay-Lussac's Law. Gay-Lussac's Law. Pressure, temperature, relationship. The relationship between pressure and temperature of a gas is given by the scientist Joseph Gay-Lussac. The statement for Gay-Lussac's law is given here. At constant volume, the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to temperature. This is a statement for Gay-Lussac's law. Again I repeat, Gay-Lussac's law states that at a constant volume, the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to temperature. The mathematical expression for Gay-Lussac's law is P is directly proportional to T. That is, pressure is directly proportional to temperature, which means if the temperature of a gas increases, pressure also increases. Again I repeat, if the temperature of a gas increases, pressure also increases. In order to remove the proportionality, we have to add a constant. The constant is K. Therefore, P is equal to K into T, or otherwise P divided by T, which is equal to constant K. If P1 and P2 are the pressures at temperatures T1 and T2 respectively, then from Gay-Lussac's law, P1 divided by T1, which is equal to P2 divided by T2. It is to be given for Gay-Lussac's law. Hence, we completed the topic Gay-Lussac's law. The Gay-Lussac's law gives the relationship between pressure and temperature of a gas. Again I repeat, at a constant volume, the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is directly proportional to temperature. It is the statement for Gay-Lussac's law. Next topic, Avogadro's hypothesis or Avogadro's law. The Avogadro hypothesis gives the relationship between volume and number of moles of gases. Here we are having the statement for Avogadro hypothesis. Avogadro hypothesized that equal volumes of all gases under the same conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. Again I repeat, Avogadro hypothesized that equal volumes of all gases under the same conditions of temperature and pressure contain equal number of molecules. This is the statement for Avogadro's hypothesis. The mathematical form of Avogadro's hypothesis may be expressed as V is directly proportional to N. Here V is volume of the gas, where N is number of moles. Again I repeat, volume of the gas is directly proportional to the number of moles. Hence, in order to remove the proportionality, we have to add a constant. Therefore, V is equal to constant into N. The mathematical expression of Avogadro's law can also be written as V1 divided by N1, which is equal to V2 divided by N2, which is equal to constant. It is given by equation 6.10, where V1 and N1 are the volume and number of moles of a gas, and V2 and N2 are a different set of values of volume and number of moles of the same gas at same temperature and pressure. It is to be given for Avogadro's hypothesis. Hence, we completed the topic Avogadro hypothesis. Again, I repeat the statement for Avogadro's hypothesis. Equal volume of all gases under same conditions of temperature and pressure contains equal number of molecules. It is the statement for Avogadro's hypothesis. Next topic, ideal gas equation. Now we have to discuss the derivation for ideal gas equation. The gaseous state is described completely using the following four variables: T, P, V and N, and their relationships were governed by the gas laws. Here, the gaseous state is completely explained by the four parameters, namely T, P, V and N, where T is temperature, P is pressure, V is volume, N is number of moles. The relationship between all the four parameters are given by the gas laws, namely Boyle's law, Charles' law, Avogadro's law, where Boyle's law gives the relationship between volume and pressure. The Charles' law gives the relationship between volume and temperature. The Avogadro's law gives the relationship between volume and number of moles. It is given here. According to Boyle's law, V is inversely proportional to pressure. According to Charles' law, V is directly proportional to T. According to Avogadro's law, V is directly proportional to N. We can combine these equations into the following general equation that describes the physical behavior of all gases. By combining all the above gas equations, we will get V proportional to N into T divided by P. Here, the volume is directly proportional to number of moles and temperature and inversely proportional to pressure. Again, I repeat, the volume is directly proportional to number of moles and temperature and inversely proportional to pressure. In order to remove the proportionality, you have to add one constant. Here it is R. Hence, the equation becomes V is equal to N R T divided by P, where R is proportionality constant and it is said to be universal gas constant. The above equation can be rearranged to give the ideal gas equation. The equation is V is equal to nRT divided by P. Bring the pressure P to the left side. We will get PV is equal to nRT. It is given by equation 6.11. Hence, PV is equal to nRT is said to be ideal gas equation, in which P is pressure, V is volume, N is number of moles, R is universal gas constant, T is temperature. Again I repeat, PV is equal to nRT is said to be ideal gas equation. Hence, we derived an equation for ideal gas. We already know that pressure is expressed in many different units, which is given in table 6.1 that we learnt in our first video of this lesson. Hence, it is important to know the values of gas constant R in different units as well. Now, we will discuss the values of gas constant R in different units. we can calculate R using the equation R is equal to PV divided by NT. It is from the equation 6.11, that is PV is equal to nRT. Keep the R in the right side, bring the N and T to the left side, and it should be written as R is equal to PV divided by NT, where R is the universal gas constant. Hence, the value of universal gas constant R is calculated from the following conditions. The condition in which P is 1 atmosphere, volume 22.414 decimeter cube for 1 mole at 273.15 Kelvin, which means pressure P is equal to 1 atmosphere, volume V is equal to 22.414 decimeter cube, the number of moles N equal to 1 mole, temperature T equal to 273.15 Kelvin. All the values should be substituted in the above expression, which is given at the top. R is equal to PV divided by NT. Therefore, R is equal to 1 atmosphere into 22.414 decimeter cube divided by 1 mole into 273.15 Kelvin. After simplification, we will get R is equal to 0.0821 decimeter cube atmosphere mole power minus 1 Kelvin power minus 1. Hence, the universal gas constant R value for the above set condition is 0.0821 decimeter cube atmosphere mole power minus 1 Kelvin power minus 1. Under standard conditions, that is STP, where P equal to 1 bar, that is 10 to the power 5 Pascal, V equal to 22.71 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube for 1 mole of a gas at 273.15 Kelvin, which means the pressure P is equal to 1 bar, which is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Volume V is equal to 22.71 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube. The number of moles N is equal to 1 mole. The temperature T is equal to 273.15 Kelvin. All the values to be substituted in the above set expression, which is given by R is equal to PV divided by NT. We will get R is equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal into 22.71 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter cube divided by 1 mole into 273.15 Kelvin. After simplification, we will get R equal to 8.314 Pascal meter cube Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. Hence, under standard conditions, the value of universal gas constant R is equal to 8.314 Pascal meter cube Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. It is given here. Hence, the value of universal gas constant R is given in different units. They are as follows: R equal to 8.314 into 10 to the power minus 5 bar meter cube Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. Again, R equal to 8.314 into 10 to the power minus 2 bar decimeter cube Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. Again, R equal to 8.314 into 10 to the power minus 2 bar liter Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. Finally, R equal to 8.314 joule Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1. Here, the above said are nothing but the values of R in different units. It should be asked in one mark question. Hence, the ideal gas equation is a relationship between four variables, namely pressure P, volume V, temperature T, and a number of moles N. Since it describes the state of any gas, it is referred to as the equation of state of gases. Again I repeat, PV is equal to nRT is said to be equation of state of gases or otherwise ideal gas equation. Now let me discuss a problem based on ideal gas equation. Let us calculate the pressure exerted by 2 moles of sulfur hexafluoride in a steel vessel of volume 6 decimeter cube at 70 degree Celsius, assuming it is an ideal gas. From the given question, you have to calculate the pressure P value. For that, you are provided with volume V equal to 6 decimeter cube, the number of moles N equal to 2 moles, the temperature T equal to 70 degree Celsius. It should be converted into Kelvin. Therefore, 70 plus 273 Kelvin. We will use the ideal gas equation for this calculation, which is present here. PV is equal to nRT. After rearranging, we will get P is equal to nRT divided by V. Substitute the values in the expression. We will get P is equal to 2 moles into 0.0821 liter atmosphere Kelvin power minus 1 mole power minus 1 into 70 plus 273 Kelvin divided by 6 decimeter cube. After simplification, you will get P equal to 9.39 atmosphere. Hence, pressure P equal to 9.39 atmosphere. Hence, we completed the problem based on ideal gas equation. Hence, in this video, we completed Gay-Lussac's law, Avogadro's hypothesis, and ideal gas equation derivation. Let me stop up to this topic. The remaining topics that we will discuss in our next video class. Thank you.